I've been watching House of the Dragon, and I have to say that there's one character that really stuck out to me, and the reason why I'm talking about him is because he did die in the first season. Spoiler, by the way. But this character, he is the king in the show. His name was Viserys Targaryen. If I'm saying that name wrong, I'm sorry. I'll probably call him the king to make it easier for me. So this guy was considered to be the peaceful king after he passed. And during the show, I gotta be honest, I felt like he was so weak. Like he lacked that very strong, very like ruthless side of being a king. Like he did not like violence at all. Like he always wanted to keep the peace, keep the peace. And there was one thing with the king that really pissed me off that, for example, there was an ongoing like war that was going on for years, and people were begging him to take care of it, but he didn't want to because again, he doesn't like violence. And I'm like, bro, you have who knows how many dragons on your freaking like land, King's Landing. Surely, maybe if you could probably send about 9 of them to take care of your job. Like I feel like that would be so easy. And even his daughter voices out at one part in the beginning of season 1. I thought that was so funny. But yeah, this king was very weak. But then over time, I started feeling really bad for the guy because I kind of realized, and yeah, I gotta say that after watching all this crazy drama unfold around him, you know what? He really was not a bad guy at all. Sure, he wasn't meant to be king, and yeah, there's even a part where his own cousin, I think her name is how do you say her name? Man, I'm so bad with these names in the show. I think it's like Rhaenyra. Yeah, I think that's how you say her name. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with these names. She even said it herself to the queen at some point that maybe, um, if he hadn't been king, he probably like would have been just living out in the countryside with his own farm, just being very peaceful, like reading books. And I was like, that is the perfect way to describe this guy. But he was king, and he was unfortunately like given a role that obviously he didn't really seem happy about, to be honest. And I felt really bad for him over time. But man, he really got to me because man, I just felt like he wasn't doing anything. But the reason why he was really kind too is because he really wanted to keep the peace between his family. Because he knew once he died, there was going to be upcoming wars. Because unfortunately, since he couldn't have a son to be king, he decided to choose his daughter to be the next one to take the throne, which is which causes an outrage among the kingdoms, the people around him. So there's so much plotting going on around him, and yes, he's very aware of it. But again, he's trying to keep the balance. He's trying to keep the peace among his family because he knows once he passes, that's it. It's game over, and then there's gonna be a huge war. And already I'm already in the final episode of the first season. That already happened already because they screwed up with something with because he was bedridden, and he unfortunately talked about a story about Aegon the Conqueror to his wife, and she believed that he was talking about their son that they named Aegon, the firstborn son, but he was talking about a story that he told his daughter about a past king named Aegon. But unfortunately, his wife did not know the story, only his daughter did. And he thought at that moment before he died that he was talking to his daughter, so that was really sad. And yeah, a simple misunderstanding ended up like dooming his kingdom anyway, but I did feel bad for him though. Like, oh man, he really was a good guy. And the fact that they called him the peaceful king was such like an icon to me. That was awesome. And I think he's gonna be known for that in the best way. Because man, the other past kings, yeah, they are pretty bad. Especially the future one of Cersei, because this show is a prequel to King's Landing and all that. But yeah, I gotta be honest, yeah, he was a really good king. I really liked him over time. I was really mixed on him at first. I remember how I was with him. I kept thinking that Daemon should have been the king, to be honest. He would have been perfect, actually, as a king, even though he's very ruthless and he scares me a little bit. But yeah, I feel like Viserys was a victim in his own way. He was given something he didn't want, and it was really obvious. He made it obvious, but he didn't have a choice. He had to do his job, and he had to serve the realm. And he tried his best, considering he pissed off a lot of people. He did try his best to keep the peace, and I'll give that to him at least. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you with a brand new video very soon. Peace out.